Former Prime Minister Tony Abbott has conditionally agreed to a new role in the Morrison government. He'll take on the job of Special Envoy on Indigenous Affairs, but it's a move that's been met with fury from Aboriginal leaders. Indigenous Affairs reporter Isabella Higgins has more.
Even before he became Australia's Prime Minister, Tony Abbott made a declaration.
I pledge myself to be, amongst other things, a Prime Minister for Indigenous Affairs.
Once elected, he made high-profile trips to remote communities and moved the Indigenous Affairs portfolio into the Office of Prime Minister and Cabinet. But he came under fire repeatedly, especially for comments on the closure of Indigenous homelands.
It's not the job of the taxpayer to subsidise lifestyle choices.
Mr Abbott, now, after years on the backbench and despite the role he played in the recent leadership crisis, Prime Minister Scott Morrison has offered Tony Abbott a new job. Not the ministerial role he may have been hoping for, but as Special Envoy on Indigenous Affairs. The response from some Aboriginal leaders has been swift.
Haven't we been punished enough in Indigenous Affairs? I mean, how long can we put up with a paternalistic government that does not choose to engage or to talk with us?
Mr Abbott wants Indigenous education to be a focus of the new role, a prospect that leading Aboriginal educators are wary about.
The track record is mixed, and I'm certainly a little bit unsure about what new ideas we're going to see from this role.
There are still plenty of questions around Mr Abbott's new position. How will it interact with Indigenous Affairs Minister Nigel Scullion or Indigenous Health Minister Ken Wyatt? And how much real power will Mr Abbott hold without an official position in the ministry?
We've got someone as Prime Minister, Leader of the Opposition's always had a long-term interest and passion on Indigenous affairs.
The Prime Minister is standing by the appointment, saying his former leader is passionate about creating real change. Isabella Higgins, ABC News.